Hi everyone and welcome to a Theme Park Worldwide news update. Before I get into this video, I just want to say Happy New Year. I hope 2024 is a happy and successful one for all of you out there. Of course, it is New Year's Eve tonight when I'm putting this video on for you all, and I just hope you all have a fantastic time whatever you're doing. 2024 is looking like it's going to be a brilliant year for theme parks, especially here in the UK. We've got so many exciting projects ongoing and yeah, lots of new rides opening as well. So it's going to be a brilliant year for the channel. Lots of exciting travel plans. Of course, check out our video just a couple of days ago talking about our first trip of the year, which is going to be to Dubai and Abu Dhabi as well. So yeah, we're very excited for that. Lots to look forward to throughout 2024. But yeah, from all of us to all of you, Happy New Year. Here's to 2024. Now then, on to today's video. Of course, Thorpe Park are doing so much for next year. They've got their ongoing Sparkle project, which is looking fantastic. And in this video, I'm going to talk all about that. And of course, that's on top of the two new additions for next year at Thorpe Park as well. One of those being the UK's tallest and fastest roller coaster, and that is Hyperia. Oh, we are so excited for it. We've been following all the construction very closely. And yeah, the teams have been having a well-deserved break over the Christmas and New Year period. But I'd imagine in the next few days, they're going to be straight back on it and yeah, continuing on with the construction. So stay tuned next week for another Hyperia update here on Theme Park Worldwide. But yeah, we're really looking forward to this coaster. 236 foot tall. It's got some crazy elements on there. Really looking forward to the first drop. How you're going to go whip down that. Along with that too, that insane kind of outward bank that we've got. That's going to be incredible, and so many other elements. Just the scale of this coaster and the fact it's nowhere near its maximum height yet of 236 feet. It really is going to be a spectacular ride, and yeah, we're really looking forward to seeing the construction continue throughout the early part of 2024. And after midnight tonight, we're going to be able to say we're going to be riding Hyperia this year, which does make me really excited. Along with that, you've got the new family edition at Thorpe Park for next year, Big Easy Boulevard. So this is a complete transformation of the former Angry Birds themed area that was around for 10 years, and yeah, I've got to say I was never a huge fan of Angry Birds there. It never really fit in that location, so I'm very pleased that we're seeing this coming in. And yeah, with Big Easy Boulevard, a lot of construction seems to be starting now around that area, and I'd imagine that's going to pick up massively as we enter into January 2024. But yeah, of course, with both of them different projects, Hyperia and Big Easy Boulevard, there's other videos on the channel. I go more in detail about both, of course, in them different videos. And yeah, there's lots of Hyperia updates on the channel, and last month we put a video on all about Big Easy Boulevard talking about all them changes. And yeah, with this video I really want to focus on all these other things that Thorpe Park are doing. We were treated last week at Christmas with a really nice video from Thorpe, kind of going through everything what's happening Sparkle wise, but also they've been posting a lot on social media, some bits that they didn't put in that video. So I just want to kind of combine it all together and just talk all about it and share my thoughts. The fact that Thorpe Park are going straight in there with two new investments, one of them being absolutely massive for thrill seekers, another one family, and they're doing all this as well. It's fantastic to see. And yeah, this Sparkle project, it really is looking fantastic for the park. So yeah, let's talk about some of the other upgrades, starting off with Amity. Now, it's one of the best areas of the park. Love Amity Cove. The whole vibe of it around there is great. It's a huge area as well, and it kind of spans all the way around from Tidal Wave and Storm Surge, kind of all the way around the back to Stealth and the Amity Speedway. So yeah, what they're doing now with Big Easy Boulevard in the middle, it's going to kind of tie it all together really nicely. But yeah, Tidal Wave, being that huge water ride, is having quite a lot of work done actually this winter. They've demolished the whole exit bridge. So that's the massive bridge that you come off after riding, but also you can just walk up onto if you wanted a bit of a soak in, and you had like the little roof on there, the big splash that could come over, the massive wave. That's been completely demolished and it's been rebuilt. I'd imagine over the years that's been operating, it's had a lot of hits and a lot of damage from water. So yeah, that's been completely rebuilt, which is very positive to see. And yeah, I'm sure it'll come back with some more enhancements and colour schemes and that sort of thing on there, but it'll look really fresh compared to how it did before. So yeah, that'll be fantastic. Along with that, they're actually decluttering the view of the lagoon. So it's one of my favourite views in the whole park, if not my favourite view. Kind of standing there and then you're looking out, you got Stealth in the background, you got Nemesis Inferno off to the left, Detonator, the Swarm to the right. It's a great viewpoint. So it's nice that they are decluttering it. Because I remember quite a few years ago when they started putting in little booths around there. There was like temporary tattoos at one point, hair braiding. It was all kind of blocking in the view. That's all coming out and we're just going to open up the view, which is great. So I'm really pleased to see them doing that. Just general aesthetic kind of improvements that will really help with that area of the park, because it is lovely, all that theming. And yeah, I'm really pleased that you're going to see that a lot better. Along with that too, other improvements throughout Amity. KFC's having a refurbishment. So yeah, that's the one with the big shark on the front. That's having work done to it. And just overall, general improvements around that area, which will be very good to see. Now, of course, sticking with Amity, but this time up at the Speedway, Stealth. Just thought I'd show you this fantastic photo. Shows you the catch car that's been removed, and of course doing all the general checks on there. So yeah, you've got all the sparkle projects, but then as with any theme park, you've got the standard maintenance that's taking place as well. Just thought that was quite a fascinating photo. And again, thanks to Thorpe Park for being so open and transparent with all of this and just showing it. I mean, I love it. I mean, he's probably geeking out over some of these photos, just seeing the catch car removed. I love seeing that sort of stuff. But yeah, the entrance tyre's not been looking great for quite some time. That's been repainted. Along with that, the station and the photo building are also going to be repainted as well. So yeah, that'll look really nice and fresh, and some of the little details as part of the Sparkle project. Now, something that I'm really pleased to hear is that they're going to be adding, not just on Stealth, but also some of the other rides, a pre-loading screen. The whole idea with this is to prepare riders to help the dispatchers effectively, to get the train sent out quick. I mean, in my opinion, the past couple of years, operations at Thorpe Park have been a lot better than they used to be, say 5 or 6 years ago, but the fact they're still looking to improve the general operations is very positive to see. So yeah, these will be just some screens before boarding, just showing you, you know, put your bags here, this is how you pull the restraint down, this is how you fasten the seat belt, etc. All that kind of stuff to help prepare the rider. So yeah, I'm pleased that they're doing that, and yeah, we're going to be seeing that. And also on Colossus is going to be having one of these dispatch screens as well. So hopefully we could see that maybe rolled out to loads of rides at the park, because generally parks that have them have a lot more efficient operations. So yeah, that's good to see. If we move away then from Amity to another huge project that Thorpe Park are doing this winter, and that is Colossus. Oh, you either love it or hate it. I love Colossus. You just got to know how to ride it. You've got to hold on and you've got to stick your head forwards, and then you won't bash your head as much. Really, you shouldn't have to do that on a coaster, but it is an older Intamin coaster. It opened in 2002. And yeah, I do love Colossus. I've always got a soft spot for it. I even got a restraint here at the British Theme Park Museum from one of the trains on Colossus when it got replaced many years ago. And yeah, it's having a repaint of the track and supports, going back to that original colour scheme. And you forget just how light and bright that track was. I mean, this is a massive project in itself, and the fact they're doing this on top of all these other projects and new rides, very, very positive to see from Thorpe. They're really spending this sparkle money from Merlin very wisely. So yeah, completely repainting that. Of course, it's not just the track and the supports that, you know, really needed the work. It's the theming around the area as well, especially in my opinion, down towards the Cobra Roll, that kind of pit that there is there. It's not looked great for many years. I mean, back in the day, there used to be a waterfall in there. There was all sorts of other features. That's been removed over the years. There's been no mention of if the waterfall's going to come back. I don't think it will, because I think a lot of that was down to the foundations of that area. Of course, a lot of the land, it's a former quarry at the end of the day, a lot of the land was kind of reclaimed, and yeah, adding water features certainly didn't help that. However, it does seem like we're going to be seeing all that rock work repainted, some new additions of theming around Colossus as well, which is very positive to see. But yeah, it's been operating since 2002, the world's first 10 inversion roller coaster, and I remember being there opening day with my dad and riding on that beauty. And yeah, I still love that ride to this day. I think that's the thing for me, the layout I really enjoy, and as much as Sick at Flamingo Land, which is the newer generation of that, is a better ride, I've still got a soft spot for Colossus. But yeah, along with that, the ride's also having some behind the scenes work done, such as a new control system. Again, that'll help with reliability and the overall operating of the ride. And along with that, it's having one of them dispatch screens as well, just to kind of, you know, help get the riders prepared for going onto Colossus. Now, Thorpe Park has got a fantastic variety of flat rides. I mean, some of the best flats in the UK are at Thorpe Park. And again, they're having some work done this winter for the Sparkle project. So Rush and Vortex are being completely repainted, still in the classic colours that they are now. But yeah, they are being repainted. They really needed it, especially Vortex. That's been looking really tired for quite some time. So yeah, I'm glad that's been done. That's the parts KMG Afterburner. And then of course you've got the S&S Screaming Swing, which is Rush, that is getting repainted as well. Yeah, Vortex has been operating actually since 2001 at Thorpe Park, and then Rush opened in 2005. Now, yeah, it's really positive to see. Do you remember back in the day before Rush, there used to be a Ferris wheel in that location? Yeah, called Eclipse. It only was there for a couple of years, then they took it out and actually moved it to Chessington. And that was actually when a ride at Chessington got moved to Thorpe Park, and that was Samurai. Now, I love Samurai, Mondale Top Scan. It's been operating as a ride since 1999 at Chessington, and then it stayed there till 2003, and then it got relocated to Thorpe Park, where it opened in 2004, and then it was the end of that year when they swapped over and gave the wheel. So it was kind of like a swap over. The wheel was more fitting really for Chessington, and Samurai was more fitting for Thorpe, so they swapped them over. And yeah, what I'm really pleased to hear is that Samurai is having a lot of work done this winter, including going back to its original colour scheme, black and red. I loved this colour scheme. It used to look the part so much at Chessington, and as much as it fit with that whole area really nice, I'm really pleased to see it going back to that colour scheme, because that's the colour of the logo, even at Thorpe Park. So yeah, that's going to be great, kind of losing that blue look, and it'll fit really nice as well. We saw the ride next door, and you've got to think Hyperia is going to be behind it as well. With that looking so sparkly and fresh, if they didn't do anything to Samurai, it would have looked quite so now I'm really pleased to see them doing that work on the flat rides. Along with that, there's a lot of just general updates going on around the park. Pressure washing. Here's a great photo of Nemesis Inferno being pressure washed. Along with that, just general cleaning and maintenance on the rides, which is really good to see. Now, of course, with a theme park, there's so much to think about when it comes to looking after the rides, making sure they're safe, operating correctly, and of course reliable as well. And yeah, that's where they're going around all the rides, as they do every winter, doing the general TLC and routine maintenance. Rumba Rapids, this is a great photo of the barrels being replaced just there, and I love seeing stuff like this stripped down of coaster trains. Here's a look at Saw the Ride in the maintenance shed with the trains completely stripped back. I mean, look at that. Fascinating to see, like, all the details and all the work that goes into these trains. And I think that also makes you really appreciate the teams that do all of this maintenance behind the scenes. So yeah, big well done to them for keeping these rides, most importantly, safe, but also reliable and looking the part as well. But yeah, completely stripping back these trains in all weather conditions as well, out there pressure washing. They do a fantastic job. So big well done to not just Thorpe Park maintenance, but all these parks that have these rides to upkeep, because they do a fantastic job. They really do. Here's a look at the Swarm, a little look at the seats kind of stripped back there as well on the train, which is also fascinating to see. Along with that, it's not the most exciting project, however, it is still very important to the park's infrastructure. Toilet improvements are going on in a few different places around the park, especially down towards Hyperia. Those toilets there, they're being done, along with some other changes around the park as well. In terms of the toilet facilities, at the end of the day, if you gotta go, you gotta go. But no, that's really positive to see. So there we go, they're all the Sparkle projects that we know of. They have also said there's more TLC going on around the park, but I just wanted to say two things. Firstly, it's amazing that Thorpe Park are doing this, like the money's been spent. We know that Merlin kind of gave all the parks a bit of money this winter for Sparkle. We didn't really know how much, you know, they were going to get, but it's clear quite a lot of money, into the millions, is being spent on general repaints, refurbishments, and then the new additions as well, multi-million-pound projects. Thorpe Park are definitely spending that money wisely. Secondly, it's amazing how open Thorpe Park are being about this. Just the fact we're getting to see these photos, see these updates, it's great, because not everything needs to be secretive. Be proud, and it actually builds up the excitement. Like for me now, I'm thinking, bring on March. I can't wait to see all these changes and everything that's happened around the park to keep it looking fresh. This has been Merlin's problem for quite some time now. They put in some great things, some great rides, areas and theming, but then a few years down the line, they don't look after them, they don't look great. So now they're getting everything at Thorpe Park back onto that top level. Hopefully they're going to keep it there, so they don't need to do a big Sparkle project again, if that makes sense. Every winter, if they just repaint and keep on top of stuff up here and don't let the standards keep slipping, you know, it means they don't need to spend as much in one big year, you know, so that's what I'm really hoping for. But overall, very impressed with everything. I like the sound of all of that. There's one more thing that I'd love to see done, however, we've not heard of yet. It might happen at some point, but yeah, it hasn't yet. That is the removal of the slammer. That's the S&S flat ride that's still there next to Colossus. In my opinion, it looks a bit of an eyesore. I don't like seeing SBNO rides, especially with that being close to Hyperia. I would like to see that removed. However, I believe they might need to look at, you know, some other changes around that area, infrastructure. Some people also said it was being used for kind of staff training, working at heights training. I'm not too sure how true that is. But so, you know, at the end of the day, it's an SBNO ride that needs to come out, in my opinion, in the future. Standing but not operating, if you don't know what SBNO is, by the way. But there we go. Thanks for joining me here at Theme Park Worldwide for a very exciting update. Sparkle at Thorpe Park, on top of Big Easy Boulevard, and of course, Hyperia. I really wish that more theme parks would be transparent like this. It builds up the excitement so much. Thorpe Park is definitely going to be the park of 2024. Come on, Alton, it's time for you to step out now. Let's see what's happening. I have seen that Rita's been pressure washed. However, Alton Towers is very different to Thorpe Park. They like keeping things secret. They don't like kind of shouting about this sort of stuff. Whereas in my opinion, with the state that Alton Towers is currently in, they need to be doing something similar to Thorpe Park. We do believe that Alton Towers have also got some sparkle money. This wasn't just a Thorpe Park incentive. This was across all the Merlin parks. So it should be the same for Chessington as well, and Legoland, but Legoland always looks pretty good. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what we get. But the fact that Thorpe Park are being so open is fantastic to see. As I said at the start of the video, Happy New Year to all of you. Here's to 2024 and a huge year for theme parks and of course Theme Park Worldwide. That leaves me with one final thing to say. Get out there and keep on riding. See you in the next video.